Hey everyone, welcome to our new cooking show. I am Elizabeth Sherman from Total Health by Elizabeth, and I have with me Doña Sonia and Chef Marco for another installment of cooking, Mexican cooking. Let's see, let me do some introductions here. So yeah, I am a health coach, and what I do is I help folks ease into healthier living just by making easy to make choices. So making things really easy on you. And my friends Sonia and Marco are caterers in Puerto Morelos, where I live, and we've started doing some cooking stuff, and you guys have really loved what we've been doing, so we're going to keep doing it. Today, we are going to be cooking with nopales. And, you know, nopales are something that really always kind of intimidated me. In fact, I still haven't cooked with them. Today will be my first try. But I've eaten them before, and they're really tasty. And I saw them when I was in the States, but I was always like, I know people eat those things, but I'm not exactly sure how. So today we're going to learn to do that. Okay?
All right.
Awesome. So let's start off with when you're at the grocery store and you see nopales. What are we looking for?
Okay, first we try to define the color. Okay, this is the brilliant color. Okay, it's a green.
Yeah, you want it to be bright green and not slimy. Not slimy.
Okay.
So, same as most vegetables.
Okay, and I had also read that you want it to be firm, not limpy or wrinkled.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You find something cactus like this doesn't work.
Okay.
This is just straight,
Firm.
and good structure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're called paddles, not leaves. Is that right?
Yeah.
I've seen pads and paddles. I don't know what the difference is, but they are the leaves of the cactus. So. Either way.
And Colleen had asked on a previous message if she could pick the petals out of her garden. And we don't really know the answer to that.
Well, I would say probably not, because they have to be pretty young to be tender and tasty, and plus not all varieties taste very good. So I guess if you saw some had just sprouted and you knew that they were fairly young, you could try it. I don't think it would hurt you, but I don't know if you'd get a good result.
So you're talking about the size of the cactus as a whole?
Or the size of the cactus, well, the size of the paddle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All the time is grow for this farm. Okay. If you buy in the cactus in the market, you can put inside the
ground.
In the ground, and
it will grow.
Oh, okay, that's fantastic. So if you wanted to save money,
you have a lot of time. I don't know how long.
You have another option. Yes.
It might take a while, but
okay, great. Yeah, and I'd also, so I had read also that you wanted to pick cactus petals that were about the size of your hand. You didn't want them to be very small, because then if you had to clean them, then there would be too many
eyes
and
a lot of
spines.
stickers, spines.
You need to take careful, please, because it's dangerous, and sometimes you have injuries in your fingers.
Okay. So yeah, let's talk about how, so if you got cactus petals that were not cleaned, how would you do that?
So you want to cut away, you can wear gloves, but you're going to cut away from you, you're going to cut away down from you, and you're going to also trim about a 1/4 inch around the edge of the nopal, and you're going to cut off ultimately the base of it, because that's the thick part is less tender.
It's more fibrous?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to try and cut it so that you have pretty much the same thickness going across. And just be careful. Some of the cactus have really fine little stickers, and they are like almost microscopic, and it's kind of like fiberglass or something. But by the time you realize you're stuck, it's really, really painful. So I would say if you can buy them already cleaned, I would just do that. But otherwise,
so when you buy them cleaned, sorry, I have so many questions. The stickers are off of them. Is it also trimmed around the edge?
usually.
Oh, okay, okay.
Usually.
Okay, so you shouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, perfect.
And then we, as you may have remembered from our other show about disinfecting, we disinfected these. But in the States, you could probably just rinse them or use some of your antibacterial stuff like they sell at Trader Joe's and stuff that you can get in the States, just in case, because they were handled by a human.
Yeah. And again, you try to, you take off the
Stickers?
The stickers. You need to wash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rinse it if you're going to do
Rinse.
it, so you don't have any extra surprises.
Awesome. Okay. So what are we making today?
Yeah.
Okay. In this case, this is a simple recipe. This is like a nopales in the cubes.
I called it on the recipe. I called it Marco's Nopales saute, because it's basically just a bunch of yummy vegetables sauteed together.
Okay, this is a mushroom saute, carrot saute, spinach and
onions.
onion saute. Okay. This is very, very favorite. This is simple recipe. This is coming with a canola oil or avocado oil.
Or you could use a light flavored olive oil. Marco does not like olive oil. Most everybody else, including myself, does. So
We'll find out
an
on a
option.
future show
Yeah.
why
You
that
could do
is.
a
But
taste test. I don't know why.
considering like the entire United States only uses
Only uses
olive
olive
oil.
oil, so I wanted to point out that you
Yeah.
can use olive oil.
Okay.
Salt and
And he likes the Worcester sauce. We get the Leon Perrins that's made in the U.S. is gluten-free, so that's the one that we use. But it does have anchovy in it. So if you want a strictly vegetarian version,
Vegan.
vegan or vegetarian, I would use maybe tamari, or just leave it out and put in extra garlic and chili flakes. And
Yeah, I am not a fan of Worcestershire sauce.
Not everybody is. Marco,
so
and
good.
here in Mexico, it's really, really popular. They call it salsa inglesa. But the salsa inglesa that you get here is all chock full of chemicals and MSG and blah, everything terrible.
Yeah.
So this is the only one that we use if we use it.
Great. So how do we start? Do you cook the paddle whole?
Oh yeah,
or...
tell her what you do with this.
okay.
After you've cleaned it and you've got it all ready.
Okay, so we're slicing it into like, I don't know, 1/2-inch strips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I put 1/2-inch dice in the recipe.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Hey, Marco, I see you're on TV.
It's the Food Network. They want to hire us to do our own.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think I put 1/2-inch dice. They're generally served diced.
Okay.
And
I've also had them sliced on like tacos.
they've been sliced, and then Marco's even made them for me in another way, where he just like dry sauteed a whole paddle first and then cut it, and it was delicious. Because I'm not a huge nopale fan if they're mushy. I don't like mushy.
Yeah. No one likes mushy.
No.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so we've cut them up into tiny little squares.
Yes.
Very pretty squares.
If you're Marco, they're like machine cut squares. His knife skills are amazing.
And then put in a bowl.
Okay.
Put water and
You're gonna
rice.
soak them for maybe half an hour.
Half an hour.
And what does that do?
It's gonna get the there's a gelatinous substance that they have
okay.
that is baba in Spanish, but that's like spit, so we don't use that in English. But it's it's a slimy thing, so you want to soak them to bring that out.
Okay, great.
And then rinse them again before you use them.
Okay, so you soak them for 30 minutes and then, put them in a colander.
Yeah,
rinse
strain
them off
them,
again.
rinse them. You know, if they're not always going to be really slimy, but you can rinse them a second time. It doesn't hurt.
Okay, great. Okay, and then we're gonna put those into a saute pan with oil, right?
Yeah.
Salt, pepper.
Salt
Salt
and oil.
and oil.
Okay,
So
and cook them until they turn into that.
yeah. So how long did you cook those?
It's 10 minutes in the flame is high or
Medium high.
medium high.
Okay.
And there's some things on the internet that talk about covering them and steaming them. And again, that's if you want really mushy Nopales.
Yes.
Sell
Which
that, Sonia.
I know.
Really.
I'm sorry. I don't like it. I know that it's like the traditional thing, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
I like the way he makes it. So he doesn't cover it. He doesn't steam them, and they come out a lot more. They have a lot more crisp, tender than just mushy. It's kind of the difference between a green bean that you
From a can. Yeah.
or something that you steam just the right amount of time from
Right. Right.
From-
Although the color does look like something.
The color does look
A
like
green
an
bean.
overly cooked
Yeah.
green bean.
Yeah, and so for all of you who are watching Total Health by Elizabeth, you can get the recipe that we're making right now by clicking the link.
And I will post it on our Facebook page as well.
Sure. Awesome. Okay, so that's done, and then
That's
you're
done.
using the same pan to cook what next? Your onion or your tomato mushrooms.
The mushrooms. Okay.
Good thing I don't have kids. Ruth, Mary, Joe.
Okay. In this case, I cut the slice.
Okay.
Okay.
Those are really thin. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that, you know, cook
And you
whatever
can
you want.
use any mushroom that you like. We happen to find the kind of button mushroom at the store.
Yeah.
But sometimes we get chanterelle, sometimes we get, whatever is available is fine. If you're going to use a portobello, probably you want to do a stuffed, which I mentioned in the recipe, and I didn't give the recipe, but he loves to make a portobello mushroom stuffed with nopales and soy chorizo for our vegetarian or vegan clients, and they love it. It's very tasty.
Well, then that'll just be something that people will have to come to Puerto
Yes,
Morelos
you'll just
and
have
hire
to
you for.
have to come and hire us
Yes.
to make you some portobellos.
Or teach in cooking school.
Or teach you how in person.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so next we're doing the mushrooms. And so how are you cooking those? You're doing...
This is the same procedure like the...
Okay, so
This
salt and oil and in a saute pan?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
That's it. This is the change of the color. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
We have.
Yep. I mean, you guys have done...
Mushrooms are a little
before.
more familiar than
Yeah.
nopales, although I think that they're kind of weird. But,
They are a fungus.
but Marco loves them, so we use them a lot.
Okay.
I love it. Okay.
And then
And,
onions. Okay.
Onions. Okay.
So we're slicing onions.
Selecting onions. Just a half of a quarter. Sorry.
It's okay. Loud.
Yeah. We have it.
Perfect. And then
And
we're sauteing that with...
Saute it with and mix it with the spinach.
Okay, and so is that mushroom and onion and spinach, or is that
No.
just spinach and onion?
Just spinach and onion.
Okay, so sauteed that together. Perfect.
So, and then I think I might have put garlic on the recipe. Do you
Okay.
remember if I put garlic in the recipe? It
I
never
don't.
hurts to put garlic in anything. I was going from memory kind of late at night, and I thought there was garlic, but garlic optional.
If
Finally.
you have any questions, feel free to type them in.
Yes, send us questions.
Yeah. Okay, and now we're cutting carrots.
Carrots. Yeah.
And he's got this really fancy crinkle
Isn't
cut.
it? Isn't
Yeah.
it? It makes everything better.
Does
That
it?
thing, yeah. We looked high and low for that thing, and I finally found it for him, and now he just cuts everything possible with that. Because who doesn't love
They do
carrots?
taste better.
They taste
Oh
better.
my
They're more
gosh,
fun.
you're absolutely right.
Yep.
Everything tastes better with crinkle cut.
So he does everything separately
Okay.
in the pan.
And then mixes it together?
And then mixes it together.
Okay.
I don't know if you only have one pan or if you are...
Different pans on the same times. Can you saute?
You could try
or just
sauteing
fry?
everything together. I'm not sure. I think the Nopales, if you did them first, but it's nice to caramelize the onions because that takes longer.
And
It's worth it.
Maybe the question you say that why I saute for separate all the ingredients. Why? Because the cactus had a lot of water and the mushroom too. You mix it, had a lot of water in the pan, and don't have the texture for it.
Yeah, so then you would end up steaming.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're crowding the pan with too much stuff.
Yeah.
I understand that. Okay.
And then the spinach you just throw in at the last minute. So that doesn't take very long to cook.
Okay.
Of course.
Awesome. And so then what? We just mix it all together and eat it?
mix. Yep.
And then, another thing, we didn't bring a lime. He usually squeezes lime juice on it, fresh lime juice. You could probably use lemon if you had lemon.
You have a spicy in this
Yes,
case.
in the recipe I put you could use crushed Aleppo pepper or crushed red pepper flakes if you want a little bit of heat.
Cajun.
Or Cajun spices. Some people like spicy and some people don't. We have a lot of Canadian clients right now, and they are not spice eaters. They ask for 0 to 1 heat level. So it just depends what you like.
Okay, great. Yeah, go ahead. So some of you may be wondering about the nutritional aspects of Nopales, and they are, I don't know that they're highly nutritious. They have some vegetable or minerals and vitamins in them. What's really interesting though about them is that they're very low in calories. So like a cup of Nopales has about 22 calories. Of that, which is 5 grams of carbohydrates, but those 5 grams of carbohydrates are made up of 3 grams of fiber. So really, you're only getting the carbohydrate impact of 2 grams in a whole cup. So what that means is that your blood sugar is not going to rise. It's got a lot of water content, and it's actually got 2 grams of protein in there too. So it's actually a really good...
It does have calcium and vitamin C and some iron.
Yeah.
So it's a big staple here in Mexico. And we have this awesome book that he has called The Cactus and Its History. And at the back it has some very interesting recipes that I was like, these are kind of gross, like who would eat this? And Marco said, well, that's, going back to pre-Columbian. I mean, these are old recipes, like, iguana with nopales. I don't want to eat iguana. I know people do.
Cricket with nopales.
But I don't want to eat that.
Okay, but this is the pre-Hispanic menu. Okay,
but
if
like
you like the wild, but this is
nopal and cheese crepes, like I could get behind that.
Yeah.
Chili relleno with cheese and nopal. Well, anything with cheese I can get behind.
Nopales with mole.
There's all kinds of things. Oh, and juices. So, what kind of juices do you make with nopales?
Okay, I make the juice with the pineapple and cactus plus celery, naranja, and just lime.
Okay. And so when you put this into your smoothie, are you putting it in raw, or are you putting it in after you've soaked it, or after you've cooked it?
You put it in raw, don't you?
Yes, it's in raw.
Okay, so you
And
cut it
it's
up
a juicer.
just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a juicer, so it takes out the...
Oh, you're using it as a juicer,
As a
not
juicer.
in.
Not
you're
in
not
that.
blending it
No.
like in a smoothie. Okay.
If you made it in the blender, immediately have the texture for the baba. That's not good.
It's gonna be slimy. So So yeah, I'm sure you can find a lot of good recipes to use your nopales.
Well, and there are a fair number on the internet, so,
Yeah.
but.
Nopales and eggs is very standard here.
Yeah.
This is super traditional here.
So this recipe is available for you here today. And let's see, anything else?
Okay, if you have the big one, you can cut in the middle.
Yeah, have it.
Make it
or,
thinner.
Make it thinner and stuff with this.
Wow.
Yeah, that was one recipe I saw was stuffed with refried beans, which that sounded good.
So then you would grill that?
Yes.
Okay.
And you have another option to make it in the grill.
Got
so
it.
you wouldn't boil it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Great.
So what do you want to learn next? We talked about doing sangria.
Yeah, we might do sangria next.
Yeah, we could do sangria.
Because you guys really liked the margarita, and so the sangria would be the next option to that. So yeah, go ahead and type in the comments now or later. We'll respond to them and let us know what you want to see next. So thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Check us out. We're on Facebook at Doña Sonia and Chef Marco. We're also, our website is cateringpuertomorelos.com, so that's easy.
Yep.
And my email is on there. If you have any questions, just shoot me a messenger or shoot me an email.
Awesome.
And I'll be happy to answer them.
All right.
Thanks again.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.